Summary of Avoiding Cancer One Day at a Time. Practical Advice for Preventing Cancer. By Lynne Eldridge and David Borgeson. An ounce of prevention. Cancer prevention has always taken a back seat to finding cancer cures and treatments. Financial incentives are the main reason why the US cancer mortality rate basically has not changed in the last 60 years, despite billions of dollars worth of research. Developing a new chemotherapy drug is much more profitable than teaching people how to prevent a tumor. Injecting livestock with hormones and antibiotics, and spraying crops with pesticides creates more revenue than studying the effects of those substances on human beings. Doctors make more money treating cancer patients than educating them. Most consumers prefer picking up fast, convenient foods to spending time carefully shopping for healthy, preservative-free items. Undeniable evidence links non-genetic or environmental factors, tobacco, alcohol, infection, radiation and pollution, to cancer. A great deal of controversy exists concerning the causes of certain cancers and the efficacy of particular preventative measures. Nevertheless, consumers should be educated and encouraged to pursue knowledge that could save their lives and the lives of their loved ones. The environment and cancer prevention. The most threatening environmental carcinogens are sunlight and radon, a radioactive gas that enters houses through cracks, openings and gaps. According to the US Surgeon General, smoking is the primary cause of lung cancer and radon is the second. Homes should be tested to determine whether their radon level is acceptable. Proper ventilation can reduce your family's exposure to radon. Home buyers and sellers are advised to test for radon. The incidence of skin cancer has risen dramatically during the past 40 years, even though only 5% of cases are malignant melanomas, the most deadly type. Proper protection lowers your risk and also allows you to enjoy the healthy benefits of sunlight, which provides vitamin D and helps prevent certain cancers. To protect your health, stay out of the sun between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. Apply sunscreen with an SPF of at least 15 and wear loose-fitting, tightly woven fabrics in the sun. A NASA scientist found that certain plants can remove airborne carcinogens, such as formaldehyde, heartleaf philodendron, spider plant, benzene, gerbera daisy, chrysanthemum, and trichloroethylene, ficus. Shoot for about 15 houseplants, in 6-inch or larger containers, per 2,000 square feet of floor space. The more fresh air that circulates in your home, the better. Avoid commercial air fresheners and dry cleaning if possible, and use alternatives to common household products since many contain chemical carcinogens. Vinegar and baking soda are the most important ingredients in your arsenal of alternative cleaning supplies. Outdoors and indoors, if you must use pesticides, reduce the threat by using a mask, gloves, and protective clothing. Infection and cancer prevention. Although science has eradicated smallpox and virtually eliminated polio, even today German measles, diphtheria, tetanus, and infectious diseases are responsible for approximately 1/10 of cancers diagnosed in the United States and 1/4 of cases worldwide. Science still has no cure for HIV, which causes AIDS, but also cancer, especially Kaposi's sarcoma and lymphomas. Hepatitis B causes the most liver cancer throughout the world and H. pylori is the #1 cause of stomach cancer. Hepatitis B is transmitted through intravenous drug use and sexual contact. But, because the virus is also transmitted in many unknown ways, all children and adolescents should have routine vaccinations. Human papillomavirus, HPV, a sexually transmitted infection, causes cervical and oral cancer. HPV vaccination and the practice of safe sex drastically reduce this risk. Travelers should take precautions against infections that are prevalent in the regions around their destinations. Lifestyle and cancer prevention. Tobacco is the leading cause of cancer death in the US, with 87% of lung cancer cases traceable to smoking, which can also cause kidney, bladder, pancreas, and stomach cancer. Although teenagers continue to start smoking, despite knowing the dangers, overall smoking is on the decline. Quitting is always worthwhile and has an immediate helpful effect on the body, from an instant improvement in heart rate to a long-term improvement in cancer risk. Evidence strongly suggests that other lifestyle habits contribute to cancer-related fatalities. Americans smoke less than people in many European countries, yet they have shorter life expectancies. Why? Maybe because Europeans walk a lot, eat better, and enjoy more weeks of vacation. Unless the US population's health habits change rapidly, obesity will soon overtake smoking as the #1 preventable cause of cancer in America. More than 30% of adult Americans are obese. The major culprit appears to be larger portions, a trend which began in restaurants and is reinforced in most homes. Excess weight contributes to the development of a variety of cancers by affecting the body's levels of estrogen and insulin. Body mass index is a good indication of your level of risk. Here are a few tips you can follow for weight management. Substitute fresh vegetables for high-calorie snacks and avoid all soft drinks. Eat slowly, don't eat in front of the TV, and don't eat out of boredom. Stop when you are full. Always eat a good breakfast and not a glazed donut. Grocery shop on a full stomach. Enjoy an indulgent food periodically. Avoid fried foods. Decrease fat by taking the skin off chicken, substituting olive oil for butter, and eating more fish and low-fat dairy. When you hanker for red meat, try buffalo instead of beef. Physical exercise is enormously beneficial in weight control. The American Cancer Society recommends 30 minutes of exercise 5 times a week. You can increase your activity level numerous ways, including using the stairs and not the elevator, parking far from your destination, helping your elderly neighbors with their yard work, or signing up for a dancing, yoga, or Pilates class. Reinforce the importance of exercise for the children in your life by limiting their TV, video, and computer time. Show them that exercise is a priority for you, take walks with them, and make physical activities fun. Without being pushy, encourage your kids to participate in sports. Stress, anger, and depression can have a negative effect on the body's endocrine and immune systems, making individuals who suffer these conditions more prone to developing cancer. For stress reduction, surround yourself with optimistic friends, skip the TV news, set priorities, read uplifting books, and don't forget to laugh and play. Getting a good night's sleep decreases your risk of cancer because circadian rhythms affect hormone production, heart rate, and body temperature. Additionally, the hormone melatonin that is secreted during darkness decreases estrogen production and reduces the risk of breast cancer. Any light in the bedroom, including a night light, can limit the body's production of melatonin. Use your bedroom only for sex and sleep. A healthy sex life, in fact, may help prevent cancer. Studies have shown that orgasms in both men and women release substances that reduce the risk of breast cancer. Medicine and cancer prevention. The development of new prescription drugs and new medical procedures and tests during the last 50 years has greatly benefited society. Conversely, it has also opened the door to greater possibilities of adverse reactions, unanticipated side effects, and complications. A 2004 study in the Journal of the American Medical Association linked higher antibiotic use with an increased risk of breast cancer in women. In general, the overprescribing of antibiotics is creating increasingly resistant germs. Hormone replacement therapy, HRT, to treat menopausal symptoms is also problematic, since the International Agency for Research on Cancer has identified estrogen therapy as a carcinogen. Women who use HRT should be on the lowest possible doses for the shortest amount of time. Anabolic steroids, used to treat wasting illnesses and to boost athletic performance, probably are carcinogenic. Avoid them except for necessary, legitimate medical use. Although the benefits of diagnostic tools, such as X-rays, MRI, and ultrasound, far outweigh the risks, safety should always be your paramount concern. Is the X-ray technician competent? Has the equipment been inspected by the proper authorities? Keep CT scans to a minimum, particularly when it comes to treating children. Full-body CT scans, promoted as a way to detect hidden diseases, are not recommended for healthy adults. Radiation exposure in a typical scan equals that of some survivors of the Hiroshima and Nagasaki nuclear bombs. Certain medical conditions, such as colon polyps, gastroesophageal reflux disease, inflammatory bowel disease, and diabetes can increase a person's predisposition to cancer. It's important for your healthcare provider to know your family history. Around 10% of cancers have a genetic predisposition, meaning that for 90% environmental factors are responsible, those can be identified and changed. Even if cancer runs in your family, you can take steps to improve the odds in your favor. Nutrition and cancer prevention. Your dietary game plan in the battle against carcinogens should include 5 to 9 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. That reduces a person's risk of developing cancer up to 50% in comparison to those who have just 1 or 2 daily servings. Clearly, training children to eat properly is important. Teach them from an early age to snack on fruit and celery and carrot sticks instead of potato chips, crackers and cookies. Be a positive role model, eat healthy foods yourself. Don't insist that your kids eat everything on their plates, and teach them to check food labels. Eat fast food infrequently. Getting into the fast food habit is one of the biggest mistakes you can make with children. According to a 2005 study, eating fast food twice a week or more often can make you 50% more likely to become obese. Fast foods are calorie-dense and loaded with trans fats. If you are going to indulge in fast food, make it an infrequent stop, skip the soda and fries, and don't load your salad with fattening dressing. You want to consume food items that are less likely to be tainted by hormones and pesticides. In fact, organic products are becoming increasingly popular in the US, despite their higher cost. Studies have shown that exposure to pesticides significantly increases cancer risk. Common produce items, such as apples, grapes, peaches, potatoes, celery, and bell peppers, should always be organic. Buy organic beef and chicken, which are free of hormones and antibiotics. Eat the good stuff, and avoid, or use sparingly, the foods and food additives that can harm you, including refined sugar, trans fats, pickled and smoked foods, nitrates and nitrites, and food dyes. Seek the many foods that are high in antioxidants, which help prevent cancer. The list includes green tea, fish, blueberries, apples, spinach, beans, red grapes, Brazil nuts, avocados, carrots, whole grains, and sweet potatoes. One dark chocolate candy bar contains the same amount of polyphenols, which are powerful antioxidants, than you get in 2 days' worth of eating fruits and vegetables. But remember that you get lots more nutrients from veggies, and lots more calories from chocolate. If you want that chocolate moment, hot cocoa has far less fat than chocolate candy, and it beats even green tea and red wine for antioxidants.